All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakwadash, and a double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone to rule well. And salute, man, much love to you sincere brothers who push this truth, man, week in and week out. And shalom. And I had to do a response to this, man. Kevin Samuels is allegedly dead. He has been allegedly found dead, man. And I don't know if that's true or not, but one thing I noticed upon his death, man, upon his death, you got a lot of simps, black female demons, and a whole ass niggas celebrating the death of this man. They're celebrating the death of this man. So what does that tell you about this world we living in? This world is a very vindictive place. It's a very vindictive place, man. What is a vindictive person? A vindictive person is somebody who feels they've been wronged, and now they want some get back. Now they want to get back at you. They want to be vindicated. So this is a very vindictive place. This is a very hateful and emotional place, man. The society, women rule over this motherfucker. So you wonder why the people so goddamn emotional, vindictive, spiteful, wicked, underhanded, backstabbers. Slovakia, man. Damn dogs barking. But but that's amazing how people are just celebrating. Like I said, the number one people celebrating is them black women and them effeminate niggas and them simp ass niggas, man. So what the hell would you want to do with this world, man? And I'm gonna say this man, he's really halfway righteous because he said many questionable things. But I look on the bright side of a lot of things he said. He promoted marriage amongst the people, in which I can understand where he's coming from. He don't want to see our women out there hopping from D to D. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? Hopping from rod to rod, man. He basically was telling the chicks to stay in their place, and he was exposing the folly of women. He was exposing the folly of women, man, especially black women, because every time them damn black women called up, they all laid open their folly, man. They all showed how foolish women really are. Of course, you got a few diamonds in the rough out there who got some women that got some wisdom. That's very rare, but most women just ain't that damn bright, and that's something he helped expose, because it's been exposed. But he did it on the main stage. He got millions and millions of subscribers and views, man. So you could say that's main stage, even though it's not on international television. But people ain't watching TV no more. People on the internet. So I would say he did it on the main stage, man. So if the world is so offended by a guy like this who basically says some righteous things that are offensive to people, if people are so offended at this guy who was telling women they are 4s instead of what they believe, who was telling women they are on a scale from 1 to 10, they are 5 instead of them being the number that they think they are, which they would say they're 7 or 8 or some crazy shit like that. And he'll tell them what he see they are in his eyes, People are mad at him about that. People are mad at him because he told women to lose weight. Little superficial shit, man. He was calling women out for being baby mamas and, and inaccountable and all and people mad at him for that. Hey, I mean, it is what it is. You shouldn't be a hoe. Most of y'all women calling up, cursing that man out. Or most of y'all women that celebrating, y'all grew up in Christianity. It tell you in the Bible there should be no whores or sodomites amongst the children of Israel. You so-called Negro, you Latino, Native American, y'all are Israelites, man. So y'all should follow that. You shouldn't be a hoe. You shouldn't be an adulteress. You shouldn't be simps and punks and effeminate, man. But I understand why y'all like that, because y'all was raised by these damn women, The scriptures say Israel has a whore's forehead, man. They proud like a hoe. They're unaccountable like a hoe. They're vindictive like a hoe. And that's a damn shame. So I'm gonna say this. This is the point of the video right here. The video is not about Kevin Samuels. It's about bewaring of the spirit of vindictiveness in this wicked ass world we living in right now. Bewaring of the spirit of vindictiveness. You know? Beware of the spirit of vindictiveness, man. And that shit is real. So I'm gonna hit Psalm 68 and 20. He that is our God is the God of salvation, and unto God the Lord belongeth the issues from death. So if he did die, the Most High, that belongs to the Most High. He know why that nigga died, you know? He know why he died. If he did die. Because he wasn't a righteous man. He said some halfway righteous things. Because he is an Israelite after all. But unto the Most High belongs the issues of death. From death, Salakia. And nobody perished being innocent. But I ain't gonna rejoice at his downfall, even though he said some stupid shit. I remember what he said. He said something like, this woman brought up God in her relationship. She brought up the God. And he said something like, God ain't got nothing to do with your relationship. Leave God out of this. God ain't, nah, man. God got something to do with everything, player. He the one that created every single thing. So how the hell he ain't got nothing to do with it, man? And they tell you in our law, statutes, and commandments how to handle a relationship. You know? Everything is upside down under this devil, and it's done purposely. You know, to keep our people in confusion and to keep our people away from the Most High himself, man. So, Kevin Samuels, you got to watch your mouth on that, man. But he probably did. I don't know. You know, the internet can come up with all kind of shit, but Romans 10. You know what? Like I said, this video is not really about Kevin Samuels. It's about how vindictive this world is, man. That's a scary, scary thing. That's a scary thing. Because like I said, if they're spiteful over this man and celebrating over his death like they doing right now, just because of the few words he said that were offensive, and they more than likely were righteous what he said, if they that spiteful and vengeful over that, man, imagine how they gonna be when the hopeful elect get persecuted, man. When the men of this truth start to get persecuted, and Esau, Edom start to come after us, or something happen to us, we get killed on the highways and byways, or, you know, anything. Imagine how these motherfuckers gonna be, man. Imagine how these motherfuckers gonna be if they celebrating the death of Kevin Samuels because he said a few minor offensive things that more than likely were true. Just imagine how they go. Whoa, they gonna be so fucking happy, boy, if something happened to us, man. And some of us are gonna die. You know that scriptures tell you that, man. Some of us are gonna be martyrs. You know, that's according to scripture. So I'm gonna jump to Isaiah 29 and 21. It says 29 and 21. It says I'm gonna start at verse 20. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. And I can't wait till that day when the terrible one is brought to naught. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the terrible one. And the scorner is consumed. Esau, yeah, he's the greatest scorner. He's the biggest, the worst, most vindictive person on this earth. But Jake got that demon on him. Hold on, man. Hey, shut up. They always interrupting my videos, man. But so it's gonna be a beautiful thing when you scorners get consumed and all y'all that watch for iniquity are cut off. So it says, verse 21, that make a man an offender for a word. Man, get that nigga off my screen. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reprove it in the gate, and turn aside the judge for a thing of naught. Exactly. They make a man an offender for a word, man. You know? Look at the times we live in and everybody's fucking offended about something. Everybody's emotional about something. Just like what just happened to Dave Chappelle. Somebody tried to tackle the nigga for speaking about LGBT. We can say whatever the fuck we want. According to the Bible, LGBT supposed to be put to death. You worried about what we said. Worry about what these scriptures say, nigga. So you got people trying to tackle comedians for jokes. Trying to attack comedians. You got Will Smith's stupid ass running up on stage, slap the shit out of Chris Rock. Everybody's offended about something, man. And the generation's getting weaker and weaker, so the shit getting worse and worse as the generations go on and on, man. As the generations go on and on. It's a damn shame, man. And it's sad to say, you even got people in this truth that got that spirit on them, man. That vindictive spirit, man. You know? That get my lick back spirit. That he hurt my feelings spirit. So I'm finna laugh at him when he falls. Something that happened to him. I'm finna go all in on him. Hey, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. That's very disgusting, man. That's very disgusting. So, you got to be careful with that when you got that spirit on you. You got to be careful. And brothers need to watch guys that got that spirit on them, man. Keep an eye on that nigga. For real. The world ain't got no goddamn integrity, man. And that's a shame. Some people in this truth still got that same spirit from the world. No integrity. Got being gossipers and busybodies, man. That's a damn shame. Matter of fact, let me jump to 1 John real quick. So they hated on little old Kevin Samuels, man. Just imagine when the true truth speakers start to get persecuted, man. Just imagine how Jake and the rest of the world gonna go. And the main ones is gonna lead the way is that black bitch, you simp ass, punk ass, hoe ass, effeminate ass niggas, and Esau. And of course the nation's right behind them. So 1 John 2 verse 15, it says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Exactly. And people are proud of their lust of the flesh. People are proud of their pride of life. That's of the world, man. That pride, man. That pride. And this man was speaking against women, like I said, just fornicating, running around fornicating with everything. That's that lust of the flesh. That's that lust of the eyes. And that's that pride of life, man. And like I said, he said many questionable things, but let me veer off from him for a second. I'm just using him as an example, but I'm not trying to make this video about him, man. You know, but that's just showing you what the word about. Pride, man. The pride of life, man. You can't tell these motherfuckers nothing out here. You rebuke a motherfucker, they gonna want to kill you. They gonna want to kill you, man. They catch you slipping. They catch you in the dark alley one day, they might stick a knife in your back, you know? They might stick a knife in your back, man. And what's the number one story? What's the number one event that we can look to learn from how people are in this world, man? We can look at Yahushua's story, man. Because what Jake was doing, lying on him. Lying on him, man. They had a knife in his back, man. This was Jake, so-called Negroes that did this to him. Yeah, the Romans, the one physically put him up on the cross, but because of who? Jake lying and bearing false witness on Yahushua, man. Because Yahushua spoke the truth. And they were celebrating at the death of Yahushua, which, like I said, I'm just using Kevin Samuels just to draw y'all in and get y'all attention. And I'm using his death as an example, if he is dead. But the message is much deeper. You know? It's much deeper. And I'm going to jump to Galatians. Galatians. it's a lot of people doing videos on this. For us hearing this truth, we're going to give you the biblical perspective, man. Galatians 4:16, it says, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Am I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? You can easily make an enemy out of a person in this world because you speak the truth. Especially if you're raw and uncut, man. Especially if you're straightforward. You can make enemies out of many people in this world, so be careful. Watch your back. You know? Be careful. I'm telling you, this world is dirty, nigga. Motherfuckers will throw all type of dirt on your name because you tell the truth. Because you tell the truth, nigga. That's a damn shame. You know what? Matthew 24. We can say something as simple as so-called Jesus is a black man. And you got jakes that'll hate you. We can say something as simple as, hey, bro, you shouldn't be smoking. And you got your people that'll hate you. Here it is. Even the damn white man put a label on a damn cigarette box that says these cigarettes can potentially give you cancer, and niggas still want to smoke it. Now, why y'all ain't mad at the white man for telling y'all that this cigarettes can give you cancer? Niggas want to stay in the dark, man. They want to stay in the dark, bro. And I'm not talking about all our people. I'm speaking of niggas, the 2/3, man. The 2 goddamn turds, man. I'm going to jump to this Matthew 24 real quick. It's Matthew 24, 9-13. It says, Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Exactly. We're going to be delivered up and killed by the modern day Romans, man. And they're going to be assisted by our people. They're going to be assisted by our people. Don't trust your own mama, man. Don't trust nobody. Because many of them people who smile in your face, who call you brother and shake hands with you and laugh with you, joke with you, many of them are going to assist the white man in shackling you, man, and persecuting you. It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Exactly. So this little Kevin Samuel thing, it's just a little example of how these people are in this world, man. How you can't tell them nothing. You see how they are, bro. And not just people in this world, you got niggas in the truth with that same spirit on them. So you're going to be hated for the Lord's name's sake, and then shall many be offended. Like I said, everybody offended in these last days. Everybody's so offended. Here it is, you got women with G-strings on, clapping their ass in the camera and all kind of shit, man. And you say something about it now, nigga, you must be gay. Oh, nigga, how you gonna talk about her? She a queen, she a goddess. You can't tell her nothing, man. You tell a Crip nigga, stop being a Crip, and he might kill you. You tell a Crip all blood, hey, bro. Cuz, man, basically it's talking about family. Blood is basically talking about family. Y'all niggas done took that and twisted it, man. Cuz is your cousin. Blood is your blood relatives, man. Y'all niggas took that and twisted it. You tell them that, nigga, you might get shot at, boy. We're in a society where you can't tell nobody nothing, bro. And if motherfucker feel like they've been wrong, they must be, in their mind, they must be vindicated. Nigga, they will wait if they don't do it right then and there, they'll wait for the right moment, nigga, and leap on some shit, get on you. You know? So, verse 10, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And we in them times, man, many people are offended. And the number one thing they're offended of is this truth. Then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And shall hate one another. We in no time. So, and don't be surprised one of these brothers in this truth assist this white man in getting on your ass too, man. Don't be surprised, man. Remember Judas? Have I chosen you 12 and one of you are a devil? Remember Judas? You know? So you got your Judas. Judas is walking around amongst the camps now, man. And he was one of the main 12, man. That's some scary shit right there, bro. That's some scary shit, man. See, if only people will apply what Yahweh Shah said. Let me jump to Matthew 5. If only people will apply. And I'm going to say this. I got to apply many things Yahweh Shah said I mess up on, you know. But this scripture right here, Matthew 5 and 44, this scripture is not brought out much, but I'll bring it out. You know, people don't like this scripture. You barely even hear it amongst the truth, man. So, Matthew 5 and 44. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you. And I'm going to say this, man. This scripture right here is not talking about Esau, Edom. You're not supposed to love him. That's a natural born enemy. When it's talking about your enemies and this right here, it's talking about your people. Because ultimately we do love our people. That's why we go out here and preach this word and warn our people and admonish and enlighten our people. That's love. That's a labor of love, man. It says, but I say unto you, love your neighbor. So I can love your enemies. Bless them that curse you, because Jake is your enemy in these last days, man. And you got some phantom enemies out there too, man. Some phantom enemies, man, that you can't see. That'll be right there in your face. Thinking they're your ally. Nah. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. And this is a cut, especially for you Christians too. Because most of y'all that was on them damn comment boards making fun of Kevin Samuels for passing away, celebrating and gloating in his death. Y'all Christians, man. So why don't y'all apply this, man? And this go for everybody. This go for every Israelite for real. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you. And this is speaking amongst your people, man. Not no other nations. We don't love them. We hate them. Fuck them. They're a completely different nation. You know? An enemy nation. And that's natural born enemies, man. These enemies spoken of in this chapter are enemies of your household, enemies amongst your own people. So it says, pray for them that despitefully use you and persecute you. Pray for them that despitefully use you and persecute you. Oh, hey, pray for your people, man. Pray for your people, man. That ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun arise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. For if you love them which love you, Salaki. For if you love them which love you, no, I'm trying to see what's going on outside. Hold on. You got to watch people. Okay. They pull it off. For if you love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? If ye salute your brethren only, what do you more than others? What do you more than others? Do not even the publicans so? Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. Exactly, man. So, you know what? I'm going to jump to Micah 7 real quick. Micah 7. I wonder if this is true, though, if Kevin Samuels is dead, man. If he is, well, that was some judgment. But I just can't picture myself sitting back laughing, ha, with all these niggas and miscreants that's laughing at this dude, man. That's throwing the party of his death. It just can't be me, man. Fuck that. This is Micah 7. And Hold on. Give me a second, man. Okay, Micah 7:6. For the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter rises up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. So those are really your main enemies right there, the people of your own house. Whether they be the whole house of Israel or your actual household, man. A man's enemies are they of his own house, of his own people. So that's a precept to that Matthew 5:44, where it tell you to love your enemies, man. It tell you right here in Micah 7, a man's enemies are they of his own household, man. Them the enemies you love. So it says, therefore I will look unto the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God will hear me. Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. Hey, I recently had a guy rejoice against me because he thought I'm gone. I'm back in the world because I'm not in GMS anymore. I'm not amongst the camps, but I still go out there and preach week in and week out. He rejoiced against me, but you got to be careful, bro. You got to be careful, boy. It says, therefore, I will look unto you, the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God will hear me. Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. The Lord shall be a light unto me. So the world don't know what the fuck none of us got going on, man. This word is going to be a light unto us. This truth is a light unto us. Though it look like we down bad and we slipped and fell, but the scriptures say a just man falleth 7 times and get it back up again, man. When we fall, we going to rise, man. When we fall, we going to rise, man. That's for the hopeful elect right there. You know, and just the precept there. Let me see if I got that precept. Let me see if I got that precept. Okay, Proverbs 24. Yeah, you got to watch out, man. You don't know what the next man going through. That's that effeminate shit, though, but I ain't going to say too much on that. So, Proverbs 24:16, it says, for a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Exactly. A just man falls 7 times, but he get his ass back up again. He dust himself off. He get back up. Tie up his boots, man. Tie him tight. Dust himself off. And keep running the race, man. And the scriptures say the race ain't given to the swift. And a lot of y'all too swift to jump up on it, man, when you see him fall, man. Like I said, the lesson ain't really about Kevin Samuels. I'm just using him as an example. If he dead, he dead, man. We'll see his ass in the kingdom. You know? At least he ain't had to eat no missiles. At least he didn't have to go through World War III. If he dead, he dead. I'm just using this, like I said, his death as an example of the vindictiveness of this wicked ass world we living in, man. So for a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Rejoice not when thou enemy falleth, and let not thy heart be glad when he stumbleth. Oh, rejoice not when thy enemy falleth, and let not thy heart be glad when he stumbleth. And this is talking about amongst your people, man. Rejoice not when your enemy falleth. Because you never know your future, man. You never know your future, man. You just never know. Man's goings are of the Lord, so how then can a man understand his own way? So rejoice not when thy enemy falleth, and let not thy heart be glad when he stumbleth. Lest the Lord see it, and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. Exactly. At least the Lord see you rejoicing at the fall of who you would call your enemy. Hey, at least the Lord see you See you rejoicing at your with your finger pointed at your so-called enemy, your brother, and he see you and it displeases him. It displeases them. It displeases the Most High, and it's a great chance the Most High gonna turn his wrath away from that man that you rejoicing when he falls, especially if it is truth. So be careful. Watch yourself, man. You know? And like I said, I understand why most of y'all niggas is effeminate and girly and just sad, you know? I understand that. I was raised by these damn women, man. I got the spirit of the black woman on y'all, man. I'm speaking in general of our nation. We down bad as a people, man. You go in the motherfucker, you go to anywhere, you gonna see some niggas mean mugging you, looking you up and down, staring at your shoes and looking at your shoes, looking you up and down like a woman would, man. That's a damn shame. It's a damn, like, man, anyway, let me see what I got, man. All right, I'm praying for my people, man. But of course, I understand 2/3 of our people got to go, Joe. And I'm also say a prayer of David too. David got many prayers and many psalms, man. Yeah, let me pull this one real quick. Cause you got to pray that the Lord takes spirits like this away from brothers who might have that spirit on them. You know? And you got to pray for protection from those type of brothers that got the spirit on them, man. Yeah, hey, that's sad, but hey, it is what it is. This Psalms 43. And 1. Judge me, O God, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man. O deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man. And well, I ain't gonna say too much, but dirt done been kicked on my name, you know, by this one particular fellow. And so he's basically been a deceitful and unjust man. So like King David prayed to the Most High, he said, deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man. Because those type of men are very dangerous men. Just look at old dude, what's his name, Yakanan. Look how far he done went. That's an emotional, deceitful, and unjust nigga. And he go far and wide to so-called get his lick back. Oh, man. So verse 2. For thou art the God of my strength. Why doest thou cast me off? Why go I mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? O send out thy light and thy truth. Let them lead me. Let them bring me into the holy hill, into thy holy hill, into thy tabernacles. Then will I go on to the altar of Yahweh, unto Yahweh my exceeding joy. Yea, upon the harp will I praise thee, O Yahweh, my power. Why art thou cast down, O my soul, and why art thou disquieted within me? Hope in Yahweh, for I shall yet praise him, who is the health of my countenance and my power. Woo! Man, if you're feeling down, go read King David's Psalms, man. Lift you right back up, man. It'll get you right in them joyful spirits, man. That's beautiful, man. That is beautiful. And do I got anything else? Let me see. So I can hold on. Look at this. Kevin Samuels is dead. Let the jokes begin. Why? Because he held up a mirror to your ass? Well, these people pathetic, man. People are fucking pathetic, man. You gotta hate this world, man. It's just disgusting. But Sirach, I'm gonna leave it off on this, man. Sirach 13. And 21. When a rich man falleth, he had many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet man justify him. Exactly. So if Kevin Samuels is dead, many people are going to come out and back him up. And back up a lot of things he says, but because he's a rich man. You know how Jake look up to rich folk. But when a rich man is fallen, he had many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet man justify him. Exactly. He spoke many things not to be spoken, and he's been justified. The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. He spake wisely and could have no place. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he said. They extol it to the clouds, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. Exactly. So, Salaki. So, when our poor asses slip, us hearing this truth, the hopeful elect, man. Them same people that's backing up Kevin Samuels, they ain't gonna be there to back us up. People just gonna shit on us, bro. For the truth's sake. For the truth's sake. Them same people that's gonna have their mark in their right hand on their forehead, that mark of the beast. They're gonna shit on us because we didn't want to take that. And they're gonna feel like we put a lot of them in dangers because we didn't want to take that. You know? It's gonna get crazy, bro. It's gonna get crazy, man. So verse 24, riches are good unto him that had no sin, and poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. So riches are good unto him that hath no sin. So if you're a righteous man and you're rich, hey, that's good for you. And poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. The heart of a man changeth his countenance, whether it be for good or evil, and the merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance. But yeah, I'll leave it right there, man. I'll leave it right there. So it'll be funny if this man ain't dead, but it is what it is. I ain't tripping off this shit. You know, from dust to dust, baby. But Lord willing, y'all edified. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Rakakwadash. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Kwam Yasharala in the Bible ball.